Are you here for your face massage and hair treatment today? Okay, great. So I thought we could just get right into it, and I'm going to be taking down your name, date of birth, the condition of your hair, and the type of skin that you have. Oily, dry, normal. Okay? Okay. So I'm just gonna find an empty page here. Okay. So, can I get your first name? Middle? And your last name? Your date of birth, please. Okay. And what type of hair do you have? Do you have fine hair but thick? That's my type. It's very thick, but it's also very fine. It's prone to breakage. Do you have normal hair, which is just, does good with any conditioner? Or do you have thinning hair? Your hair is very beautiful. It looks pretty thick. Yeah, okay, we'll do it that way. Okay, and your face, your skin condition? Do you have dry, oily skin? Normal skin, does well with most facial. Okay, okay. And you are here for your face massage and hair treatment. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be starting off with your face. Now, they did tell you to wash your hair prior, right? Okay, because it is a conditioning treatment and it is going to be a wet treatment, so. And they did tell you to take the makeup. Okay, yeah, you don't look like you're wearing any makeup, so. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing, like I said, is first I'm going to be taking your hair and tying it back. I am going to be putting some oil in it to prep it, and then I'll tie it back, and then we'll get on with your face massage first. And then after that, after the face massage, we'll take your hair back down. Your hair should be nice and prepped. I'm going to be spraying it with some water spray. I'm actually going to be setting that over here. And then I am going to be putting on these gloves. That way I don't get the product on my hands, bare hands. And then I'm going to be applying, and for your hair type, I am going to be using this conditioning treatment. It is generic Value Products Tea Tree Oil Treatment. It's basically a Paul Mitchell ripoff, only better. Tea tree is very good for hair types of your type of hair. What it's going to do is it's going to soothe the hair, and it's going to make your scalp just tingle. It feels amazing. It's going to give you tingles all over. And you'll leave here with extremely silky and smooth hair, and your face very, very smooth. Now, the lotion that I am going to be using on your face today is this Ultra Light Face Lotion by Lather. and it is a non-greasy everyday moisturizer, but we use it for massages here and things like that. And your hair and face are going to feel brilliant after we're done here, okay? So like I said, we're going to start out with the face massage. I'm going to be using my bare hands for that, but I am going to be taking my rings off because nobody wants metal massaging their face. Okay, I'm just going to be setting those down. Okay, next I'm going to be, actually, can I use a comb on your hair too? Because I'm going to be tying your hair back. Is that okay? Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to comb back your hair, and then we're going to apply the oil and then put it back, okay? Okay. Okay. So the oil that I'm going to be using today, it's by Chi, and it's called Silk Infusion. Chi stands for Catatonic Hydration Interlink. And what this is going to do, like I said, is prep your hair, get it all nice and silky, easy to wet down, and put the product in. So consider it as like a primer. When you use primer for your face, for your makeup, we're using primer for your hair today, okay? Just applying a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just going to be applying this to your hair, okay? Okay. Now, I'm not going to be massaging that on your face, so I'm just going to wash my hands in the sink here very quickly. Okay. So I'm just going to walk over here and dry my hands. 1 second. Okay. So now I am just going to take my comb and brush your hair and pull it back with this purple hair tie, okay? Sk, 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 sk. Okay. Now, I'm just pulling your hair back and tying it. Okay. So, now we are going to be doing your face massage. So like I said, I am going to be doing this barehanded. And this lotion is amazing. It feels so very small amount. I am going to rub it in. Warming the lotion up in my hands. That way it applies to the skin a lot easier. And what the warmth of the lotion is going to do is it's going to open the pores and allow the lotion to go inside the pores and cleanse it and moisturize it. Okay. So starting with your forehead. Moving to your cheeks. Your chin. And this part right here, your jawline. Your nose. Okay. Corners of your eyes. And pulling your eyes back. If that makes you uncomfortable, just let me know. Feels good? Okay. Holding, letting go. Pulling back, holding, letting go. Pulling back, holding, letting go. Okay. Just massaging your cheeks, applying a bit of pressure. Pulling your cheeks back, holding, letting go. Massaging, pulling your cheeks back, holding, letting go. Massaging, pulling your cheeks back, holding, letting go. Okay, so I'm going to be massaging your temples now, and I'm going to be doing the same thing as I did with your eyes and your cheeks. I'm just going to be massaging the temples with my thumbs, pulling back, letting go. Okay? So just massaging your temples, pulling back, massaging the middle of your forehead while I'm holding your temples, letting go. Massaging your temples, applying pressure to your third eye, which is in between your eyebrows, while holding your temples back and letting go. How does that feel? Good? Okay, well, I'm just going to rub the rest of this lotion in, and then we'll get with your hair treatment. So just massaging the right side of your face. The left side of your face. Okay. And your nose a little bit. And your chin again. Can't forget your jawline. Okay. Alright, well, I am going to let your face absorb that lotion, and we'll check on it at the end, see if it needs any more. And now I'm going to just take your hair out. Okay. So I'm just just going to put this over here and let me just comb through your hair. Make sure that oil is set and you're all primed up. So, it looks like your hair is nice and oiled up. So what I'm going to do now is use this water spray bottle. And I'm going to wet down your hair. And then I'm going to apply my gloves, apply that product I showed you earlier, put it on your hair, let it sit for a moment. Maybe I'll do some hand movements, you know, just to set the mood and relax you. And then we'll massage it we'll do a head massage and, you know, make sure it gets into the scalp, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to cover your eyes for this, okay? Let me get the back a little bit. Okay. So just setting that over here. I'm going to use my comb one more time to just brush that water through. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting these gloves on. So I did forget to ask, are you allergic to latex by any means? No? Okay. Okay, great. So now, since your hair is wet, I'm going to be taking this product and applying it all throughout your hair. Okay? All you need is a little dime-sized dollop. Okay, I'm just going to rub this. I know, isn't the smell amazing? Smell that. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply this to your hair, okay? so while that sits and your hair starts to absorb it, I thought just to set the mood and relax, I would use my latex gloves and just do some hand movements. Okay? And then, after I'm done with that, I'm going to give you a nice scalp massage with a lot of pressure and scratching. And then we will rinse it out with the hairspray. Not all of it, because it is a leave-in conditioner. And then we'll set you on your way, okay? Okay. So have you ever heard of Reiki before? Yeah? Well, this is kind of what I'm doing. I'm just doing some hand movements and mixing around the energy in the room with some latex gloves. Okay, so let's check on your hair. Okay, so now I'm just going to give you a scalp massage with my hands, okay? With these gloves. Now that's going to be rubbing the product into the hair and into the scalp even more to let it, absorb, and it'll feel great. The tea tree, the tingles, you're already feeling them? Okay, great. All right, so let's just start with the scalp massage. How does that feel? Not too much pressure? Okay, good. Letting your hair spread out. I'm going to be removing these gloves. Well, actually, no, I'm not, because I'm going to be spraying down your hair again, combing your hair a little bit, and then you'll be done with your hair treatment, okay? Okay. Okay, so just pulling your hair forward. I'm going to do a little spray for each. That way I make sure the water gets in the hair and, spreads out the product. Make sure everything is completely even before we let you go, okay? Okay. So now I'm just going to cover your eyes and get the bag. Okay. So I'm just going to be taking my comb and getting that water through there. Nice and slow. Okay, so I think your hair is nice and prepped. I'm just going to be removing my gloves. I'm setting them over here, and I think that's it. So your hair reacted pretty well, so what I'm gonna do, just for you know, our purposes, just to record it for our purposes and statistics and things like that, I'm just gonna write down on the page that we started with how your hair and face reacted, okay, to the products. Here it is. Okay, so how did your how did your face feel after I did the massage? Good? Okay. There was no burning? No. Okay, yeah, I hope you would have told me. And it seems to have done very well. Your skin looks amazing. Okay, and let's see. Your hair? Did your scalp tingle? Yeah, it tingled? Okay. Now, during the session, did you get any chills or the tingles you got in your scalp? Did you happen to get them in the back of your neck, down your back, in some cases even in your knees or legs, everywhere? You did? That's amazing. Okay, great. Why do I ask? Oh, well, we're actually doing some research for a new thing called ASMR. It stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. And it's a very long, drawn-out scientific word for the tingles that I was just talking about that you get during situations like these, when another person touches you or does something that stimulates the brain to cause these tingles during, you know, the process. So yeah, it's very interesting. You can look it up anywhere. It's most known on YouTube. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed your session. It was very, very nice meeting you. And I hope to see you again soon, okay? Okay, you can sit here, relax as long as you need to, and the door is where you came in. So, all right. Okay, have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye.